Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the best ones to watch cards to invest in heading into the weekend. And by invest in, I mean more like trade with, cards that are going to have games, that we could see rise up before their game, as well as maybe even have a good chance at having a good game, and get that potential team of the week boost. So before we start, what you're seeing on the screen is Footbin. If you guys go to the live tab in the top and you go to OTW watch, you can actually get this screen up and you can see all the ones to watch cards, who they play, and even their stats afterwards from each game. So it's a really useful tool to use because, it's easy to keep track of everybody rather than, going on your phone, looking through all the matches and all that good stuff. So we'll go through some of the games that I think have the potential to, actually be good. Like I said, you don't want to invest in players who, have really tough matchups because realistically, it makes it harder for them to get Team of the Week cards when there are, tough matchups. So the first one on the list is Florenzi, and, Florenzi has the game against PSG. Decent card. I don't even think he's, he's not in packs. So we'll start out with the first game. That's the PSG game. Usually PSG players, there's always a great chance they can get upgraded because PSG absolutely dominate their league. But it is what it is. So next up we have the Liverpool Everton match. We have Alan, Thiago, and then the objective Jota. Investment wise, it's tough to call what team will win this. I mean, Everton have been on fire and Liverpool just got absolutely spanked, 7-2 or whatever it was, whatever the score was, I don't even remember. But regardless, you can buy these players beforehand. I know Thiago is just in packs, or he isn't in packs depending on when this video goes up. But Alan's not a bad one. I really do like the card. But like I said, this is a tough match, so it's hard to invest in cards that think could do good. Personally, for me, with a card like Alan or Thiago, I would probably look to, well, for Thiago it would be a little tougher because he's brand new. But for a card like Alan, this is one I pick up before the match. And then I sell, right at match start because realistically, I don't think, Alan will pad the stats. And really, I don't even know if he'll play. I know he didn't play last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever the last Prem game was. So be careful on a card like him. You also want to check all these players' news and make sure they get in, because if a player doesn't actually start the match, his price will drop in FIFA. Next up for matches I like the Chelsea-Southampton game. I mean, you can literally get like one of the 20 Chelsea ones to watch cards. Take a guess who you think's going to do better. Obviously, be careful, check the news, see who's going to start in the game and all that. You can see, prices start to drop if someone doesn't play. Realistically, my favorite out of this to play is probably going to be, either Timo or Havertz, honestly, because those two cards are ones that I've consistently played for Chelsea over the season. I know Timo Werner is very, very expensive for a lot of you guys. Trust me, it's ridiculous how expensive the One Swatch card is. But, with a few goals, this card could literally, I can't even believe I'm saying this, but this card can really go, close to 800, 900k. Next up on the list, obviously we have Arsenal Thomas Partey. But Partey actually, for some reason, Footbin has him still on Atletico. But Arsenal, they have a tough matchup today or this week. They play Man City, and the same goes with Ake. So I'd stay away from those two cards probably. Plus, Partey has a Team of the Week now, so he literally can't get upgraded. But don't be surprised if Partey plays well or something, and if he does play at all, if that card spikes up or down quite a bit. Other than that, for cards to invest in, I'd stay away from like Semedo and Rodrigo. Both play against each other. Leeds could, play well, honestly. They have, they have been scoring quite a few goals recently. But, the Wolves defense for Semedo, we've been seeing a lot of high-scoring games. Realistically, defenders are going to be tough. I mean, unless Wolves really, play good, Semedo gets a clean sheet and like an assist or a goal, I just don't see any upgrades from him. And, Rodrigo, he's a very good player. Bale, he's one that, a lot of people are looking at. I don't even know if Bale will play for Tottenham this weekend. We'll have to wait and see. Those are tough ones to call. Suarez for Atletico, not a bad shout. Atletico, they play very, they play pretty well. Suarez has been playing, great. I mean, he had the one game he came on and he played amazing. Other than that, I mean, Odegaard, stay away from. He has a team of the week now, not worth it. And some of these cards, realistically, most of these cards will be buy before the game, a few days before the game, and then sell right at match time. We've already seen some of them start to rise up a little bit, but I'm expecting a little bit of a dump I'm expecting a dip before today really starts. And if the promo drops, once we watch Team 2, we might see a lot of these other cards in the market start to drop as well. So just keep your eyes out for that. So we're going to head over to the console and we're going to take a look at some prices. So, like I said, with, Once to Watch coming out, it is important that you buy, while the prices are not, too inflated up. We saw Odegaard, last week, he went from 21k to like 26, 27k before the game started. And, as he got the assists, he boosted up a little more. But, it's a very, very, very important that you make sure you buy, early on. And you don't just hop into the, the hype for no reason. So, with a card like Bale's Once to Watch, for example, the card is, I don't know the exact price, but I believe he's under 300k now. So, with Bale, these bigger cards, they will inflate more, especially players, with a lot of hype, like Timo and Bale, because a lot of people want to try and hop on the trend to see if he gets an upgrade. So what's going to happen if like Bale was to play this weekend and he scores say 2 goals, this card's price will go up literally to like 500, 600k, overhyped. You have to be careful when trading with Once to Watch cards, because what happens with these Once to Watch cards when they get upgrades is they tend to overinflate, and we saw that with Party and Odegaard. Odegaard went from like 28k after the match to 60k and then back down to 30k. Party went from 100k to 200k to like 150. So you have to be careful when looking at some of these cards, especially when they're hyping up. If you see post-match a player hasn't moved too much, like Odegaard for example, he had the 2 assists, and what happened to his card is he actually went from, he was 30k when he got subbed off, and he actually went down to like 27, 28k by full time. And then what happened after she started to hype up. So maybe look for potential, potential cards that, are on edge to get Team of the Week or Once to Watch, and wait for that post-match dump that could happen. Like for example, if Bale was to score just a goal and an assist, he's kind of a toss-up for Team of the Week, and you see his card actually dump down a little bit after the match, it might not be a bad idea to pick up some cards and see if that hype will come in later throughout the week. Like I said with Once to Watch cards, if you hold on from the weekend, always sell before the Team of the Week announcement, because like I said, there'll always be a dump on the card because people just overhype these cards quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward on what to do for Once to Watch trading. Make sure you guys pay attention to who plays, who gets in the lineups and stuff. The last thing you guys want to do is go all in on Gareth Bale's. You see his price hyping up, and then all of a sudden he's on the bench for the whole day, and the card just crashes down and you lose quite a bit of coins. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like on it. I'd appreciate it a lot. If you guys are new around here, make sure you guys subscribe. You don't want to miss out on any of the FIFA 21 content coming out this weekend. We got a lot of cool stuff, good trading methods over the weekend too. So don't miss out on that. And if you guys have any questions from this video, please drop them in the comments. I'll answer as soon as I can. Good luck trading this weekend, boys. And until next time, peace.